Okay, let's just imagine for a second. A life with zero work. Sounds pretty amazing, right? Well, today we're diving into a classic Korean folktale about a man who gets that exact wish. And let me tell you, he finds out it's actually a total nightmare in disguise.
I mean, let's be real. Who hasn't had one of those days where you just think, man, I wish I could do nothing, just eat and sleep, no responsibilities? Well, this story takes that exact fantasy and just runs with it, all the way to its most shocking and, frankly, bizarre conclusion.
So let's meet our main character. In a small village, there was a man who was, to put it lightly, allergic to effort. I mean, this guy wasn't just a little lazy, he was legendary. The kind of lazy people tell stories about. And to really get a grip on how deep his laziness went, there's this Korean word for it, gulambangi. Now, this isn't just about putting things off. No. This describes someone whose entire identity is built around avoiding work. And our guy, he was the absolute poster child for it. So what did a day in his life look like? Oh, it was simple, brutally simple. Eat, sleep, lie on the floor, repeat. He would not lift a finger for anything. You can just imagine his poor wife, right, at her wit's end, begging him to do something, anything. But it was like talking to a wall. So finally, he just snaps. But here's the kicker. He's not fed up with being lazy. Oh no. He's fed up with his wife nagging him about it. So he decides, that's it, I'm out of here. But his mission isn't to find a job. It's to find a place where he can finally be lazy in total blissful peace. And so, this journey for the ultimate lazy person's paradise takes him deep into the woods. And that's where he stumbles onto something that, well, it seems way too good to be true. And you know what they say about that, right? So deep in these woods, he finds this little hut, almost hidden away. And inside, there's this old craftsman, just working on this really strange, intricate mask shaped like a cow's head. The lazy man is, of course, intrigued. The old man's response? It was like music to his ears. It was literally everything he had ever wanted to hear in his entire life. This wasn't just a mask. It was a magical ticket to the life he'd always dreamed of. No work, just food and sleep forever. The perfect solution. Does he think about it? Not for a second. Why would he? This is the answer to all his prayers. He just snatches the mask, eagerly pulls it over his head, and then, pop! Everything just changes. He opens his mouth to shout, maybe in shock, I don't know, but no words come out. Instead, this deep, guttural moo rumbles from his throat, and the horror starts to sink in. He didn't just get his wish. He's been turned into a giant bull. And here's the absolute gut punch of the story, right? The ultimate irony. The man who wanted to escape all work has just walked straight into a life of nothing but hard labor. And that old craftsman, he doesn't waste a single moment. He leads the newly minted bull straight to the market and sells him to a farmer. Just like that. The guy who wanted ultimate freedom is now property. But wait, before the old man leaves, he leans in and gives the farmer this really specific, kind of creepy warning. He says, listen, whatever you do, never feed this cow a radish. It could kill him. Now, you're going to want to remember that part. It's super important. I mean, just look at the difference here. The before and after is just staggering. As a man, he did whatever he wanted. As a bull, it's the complete opposite. Dawn till dusk, pulling a heavy plow. His life isn't his own anymore. And you can just feel the crushing weight of that reality hitting him. The regret. It's got to be overwhelming. He finally gets it. He finally understands how good he had it. A life he just threw away because he wanted to be even lazier. Okay, so this is where things really come to a head. He's been pushed to his absolute breaking point by all this work and suffering. And the man inside the cow, he starts thinking about doing something drastic. So one day, after just another unbelievably hard day in the fields, he hits a wall. He just can't take it anymore. The pain, the exhaustion, it's too much. And he thinks to himself, you know what? Death is better than this. But how? I mean, think about it. He's a cow, trapped in this animal body. What can he possibly do to end his own suffering? And then something clicks.
a memory comes flooding back, that weird warning from the old craftsman back at the market. The one thing he was told could be fatal. He remembers those exact words, "Never feed this cow a radish. It might die." And in his despair, he hears that not as a threat, but as a promise, an escape hatch. He thinks, the radish, that's it, that's my ticket out of here. So he decides to go for it. But what happens next is not at all what he was expecting. This is the moment that reveals the real magic of the curse and the whole point of the story. He sees a radish patch in the field, and he just goes for it, takes this massive, desperate bite. He's bracing for the end, but instead of everything going dark, a miracle happens. The cowhide, it literally starts to peel off him like a suit. And there he is, standing in the field, a man again. The radish wasn't poison, it was the cure. He doesn't even think. He just runs all the way home, a completely profoundly changed man. And his whole crazy journey teaches some pretty powerful lessons, right? Like how extreme laziness really does come with a price, how hardship can actually teach you what's valuable. And of course, that classic warning, you have got to be careful what you wish for. So in the end, the man's hunt for the biggest shortcut in life ended up taking him on the longest, most painful detour imaginable. And it really makes you think, doesn't it? What are the easy solutions in our own lives that might be hiding a really, really heavy price?